So I haven't done one of Marc's distinctions in quite a while, and I don't know, I guess I haven't been feeling that creative or introspective or whatever. Yeah, so I thought I would share one with you. You know, I've both read the book and seen the documentary on Netflix recently about the blue zones, and it brought something to mind. And by the way, in my study of his study, he breaks the 4 quadrants. And if you don't know what the blue zones are, it's a study of the centurions in the world, the people that live over 100 years consistently. And interesting distinction as well of that is that they are beginning to fall off. All the blue zones are losing their blue zoneness as modernization shows up to these cool remote villages and all at different levels, food and culture and togetherness and all those things. But he breaks it up into 4 quadrants, and 4 quadrants basically break up into kind of 2 halves, which are physical and environmental, I would guess. And that's poorly said. It's more diet and exercise is one half, and the other half is like lifestyle or culture or habits. And what I find really interesting about that in my study of his study is that it seems to be, to me, that it's more 60-40 lifestyle and habits and 40% diet and exercise. Because there were uniformities among the culture or habit piece and not as many uniformities among the food and exercise, other than the exercise being so many of them were on hillsides and just had constant movement, a lot of hand tools, and just, you know, physical working into late stages of life. But anyway, one of the parts of that was that is what I want to talk about, which is kind of a mission. These people who live a long time have something greater than themselves that they aspire for, and a lot of those cultures were based around family and that being their mission. And that's a beautiful mission, there's no question. One of the most beautiful things you can launch into the world is a beautiful family unit that goes out in the world full of confidence and love and creativity and gratitude and kindness, and then contributes that energetically out from themselves to the world. I mean, it's kind of uniform around our mission at Ripple Ranch, and our mission at Ripple Ranch is to build community through activities like sauna, cold plunge, dances, personal growth events, yoga, having a place that people want to come to that's beautiful and rejuvenating, and where we gather them to have like-minded people together with a uniform cause. And our consistent uniform cause is kindness, love, and gratitude. And how can we fill people up with that energetically when they're at the ranch, and then have them take that back with them to their community and push that energy out into the world. You can't help but be kind. It's the beautiful thing about love, kindness, and gratitude is that they're contagious. And the great part is the one that is giving you that doesn't actually have to be depleted of it. It just is kind of this endless well, which I think is really beautiful. But my message has more to do with mission, and that I'm finding, even in myself, especially in my younger life, my mission was really like getting above the survival line, and knowing that I was safe, that I was secure, which I'll acknowledge is a state of mind, a state of being. You can have only access to a thatched roof, beans and rice, and panhandling, or be in a concentration camp and still hold your baseline of kindness, love, and gratitude, and feel like you're above survival and have confidence that you're going to be okay. So that is a state of being, but it's a difficult state of being, and it takes a lot of work and resilience and a human fullness that is more rare. And so if we're going to acknowledge more of the masses and how the masses have a way to feel both abundant with extra to give, then having a mission, something that's greater than yourself, that is, in nature benevolent, meaning what is my contribution? What is the thing I'm giving back? What's my legacy? What are the things that I'm leaving behind that have a story to tell, energy that transfers throughout people? What are those meaningful things that I'm doing on a daily basis to push good things out to the world in my unique way? And so I guess my message is, if you want a sense of wholeness and a sense of enlightenment, I guess is a strange way to say it, but one of the paths to enlightenment is to be in service. It's an integral part of all major faiths. It's an integral part of all major personal growth, is have something bigger than yourself that you're contributing to. And there's a part of the human factor that thrives in that environment. Our spirits have the ability to sing in a full way when we're in service and have mindfulness of others. And so I guess what I'm encouraging you to think about is, what is your mission? What is the thing that fires you up that's greater than you? And it can be teaching people CPR. It can be anything that has a way to fill your cup while you're filling others' cup. And energetically, there's amplification that results of that. You take two people, and I work with people in the cold plunge, and these things are really interesting how they work together. If I put one person in a cold plunge, their chances of making it 3 minutes by themselves is much less than if I put one other person in there. So what happens in that instance that I've observed is that things like courage and mission have an ability to, without taking some from the other person, they become amplified. And I think it's the harmonization of kind of that, and I hate to get all metaphysical, but the vibration of doing something greater and having a mission in mind harmonizes with other people's intent and purpose, to use more easier words that aren't so metaphysical. But at the same time, if we use one another to give strength to and to get strength from, the overall energy of that equation increases. And by the way, that is scientifically proven. Authenticity is the highest form of measurable energy that comes off the human body. And when we are thinking about others in a really pure way, which is, I'm here to be in service and to be in contribution and to be helpful, there's almost not a more authentic place we can be operating from, especially without expectation of return. And so I would encourage you to think about what that can do for you, your family, your community, the people around you, and find your way that you're contributing in a way that becomes a mission, a side hustle mission. Carve out a little bit of time, think about what that might be, and the dividends that I have found that have come to me while I'm in kind of that baseline, just making sure we're okay and safe and making it, just elevates the place that I come from, and I have more peace of mind, less anxiety, more gratitude, more love, more kindness. So that's my thought for today, and I hope you find it helpful. I'm known as the Goat Guy, and I feel compelled to share some of these moments when, I'm really introspective, and, I hope to be able to do them more often. So I hope you find that helpful.